Welcome to the Bassquatch Hunter, fish out of water.
Fish on!
We share our love for fishing with our guests, and then we show off what they do, making us both a fish out of water. A Bassquatch isn't just a big fish, it's an elusive adventure you have yet to take. In this show, we all chased our dreams, but now we will chase our Bassquatch.
You're watching the Bassquatch Hunter, fish out of water.
In this episode, we link up with monster truck driver Jerry Beck. Jerry is not used to being a little bit slower in a kayak, but we're going to have some fun teaching him how to kayak fish for the first time. But after that, I get to live out a childhood dream, and I get to drive a real monster truck. So buckle up and have some fun.
Hey guys, it's Mike McKinstry, host of the Bassquatch Hunter, fish out of water. I'm a little bit out of my element later in this episode, but right now, we're in the world of fishing with Jerry Beck.
Yeah, I'm Jerry Beck from DCT Powersports, based out of here in Lafayette, Indiana.
Have you ever fished before at all?
It's been a hot minute.
Sounds like it's been a very long time, so we're gonna treat you like a brand new fisherman today. But you've never been in a fishing kayak for sure, right?
Nope, never done that.
You've never seen one of these kayaks before?
Where's the motor at?
Exactly. So Jerry over here is in the world of monster trucks, so it's gonna be loud, big, and kind of a little bit nervous, but you excited?
Oh yeah, let's get it going.
All right, let's go get some fish and see how it goes.
Mike called me and wanted to know if I wanted to go kayak fishing. I've never really seen a fishing kayak. It's kind of neat to see all the bells and whistles. I mean, these things aren't just your regular kayaks. They got more stuff than I would ever dream you'd ever had on kayaks.
Today we're using a tiny little 2 3/4 inch bait. It's called the Berkeley Little General. It's a little teeny little thing. Mimics like a feeding minnow or a leech or a craw, everything that the fish eat out here. This is a spinning reel, spinning rod, really easy to use. Hold it right here at the reel. Yeah. Use your index finger, hold the line up.
I was always told if you're gonna catch big fish, you gotta use big bait.
Big fish will take any bait, but big baits will only catch big fish.
Well, that's all we want is big fish.
True. We're gonna go for fish first. We'll start out small.
All right.
So you hold the line with your index finger right here, open the bail, and then you cast it, and you just let go of that whenever you get it where you wanna go. You close that, and you can reel it in. So Jerry pulls up. I haven't met the guy in person yet. He pulls up in a 57 Chevy. Thing is beautiful. I can tell this dude's ready to rock, and he's all about cars and motors. I hope he's ready to slow things down today and get in a pedal drive kayak. I choose a kayak over any other vessel to take my guests out fishing because that's why I fell in love with fishing even more. I like being close to nature. I like going to those spots that most boats can't go into. That's where the real adventure is because they're not in a big cushy boat. They're in a kayak usually for the first time, and it's usually pretty contagious. Within about 5 or 10 minutes, they get it. Let's go see what Jerry thinks of his first 30 seconds in a kayak here. I don't think it's got enough horsepower for him.
How do you turn this on?
Where's the motor? This thing's quiet. What's your first impression?
Keep looking for the ignition. Well, when I was pulling up to the lake and I saw everything, it reminded me of when I was a little kid and I used to come here with my grandpa, only back then it was a gravel pit. I rode in the passenger seat in a dump truck.
So we get to this lake in Indiana. I've never seen this body of water. There's 4 lakes in this park and they're all rock quarries. They're deep, they're clear. No idea if there's even fish in them, but we're gonna go find out. So Jerry's got this little lean going on. He's leaning to the right pretty hard on the kayak, and I keep on telling him to center his weight. I hope he doesn't flip today. I'm a little nervous.
Mike kept saying I was gonna roll it, but it felt stable to me. I mean, it was halfway over, but it felt good. I was good.
Today we're doing a little bit of finesse fishing with the Berkeley Little Generals. Jerry's used to a really fast, loud, non-stop go, go, go environment between all of his businesses, monster truck racing, excavating, and all the stuff he does. So trying to get him to slow down with finesse fishing is really tough. Definitely, I think his biggest challenge he's had so far is not in a truck, but it's in a kayak. Today the water temps are about 88 degrees, super warm, really clear water. It's only about a 25-foot to 30-foot maximum depth in this part of the rock quarry over here. I just hope we find some fish. So looking at my fish finder and using my bait as a feeler, I can tell it's mostly flat bottom, lots of rocks, not a lot of vegetation in this lake. Oh, is that a fish? Fish on.
Did you get one?
Nope. I just fought a stick.
Nope, you're just cleaning the bottom of the lake.
We call that a tree pounder.
A tree pounder?
Yeah, you know, nothing fights like a stick when you haven't caught a fish all day. Man, I swear it pulled back. I swear. Been casting for a couple hours. No catching yet, just casting. I lost fish number 1, lost fish number 2. These little small fish jumped out. So that's the second fish that I've lost so far. So they're in here. They just seem really finicky and they're a little bit smaller. So that bass was probably about 10 inches, but keep on trying.
He said they were down there on the fish finder, but we wasn't finding them.
The Bassquatch Hunter Fish Out of Water is brought to you by Amerigas Propane, Yak Attack, DMF Bait Co., FX Custom Rods, Feel Free Kayaks, Zotford and Deals in the D.com, Berkeley Fishing, Abu Garcia. Produced by Bassquatch Productions. Stay tuned for more fishing.
I think this is where we're gonna get fish right here. So when there's shade right here from the trees, the water's a little bit cooler, so the fish will hang out here. I'm throwing a little Ned rig, the Berkeley Little General 2.75 inch bait on a 16th ounce half round jig head from Berkeley. Finally started getting some nibbles. I thought there could have been bluegill or a really small bass. Fish on. This is the better one. Still small. There we go. Sure enough, it was a small bass. There we go. Still a little guy. I love that Yak Attack rod holder right there. It makes it so easy. Finally, we got our first fish. Just a little bass though. Nice little largemouth bass. Nothing big. Not quite a Bassquatch yet, but definitely a good fish. And at least I broke the seal. We got one fish on the board. Jerry, you want to see what a fish looks like?
So I've been casting and tugging for a while. Mike actually yells fish on, pulls one out. He's so excited about it. And he's like, oh, hey, Jerry, here, you can hold it. So he let me hold it, and he goes, that's what a largemouth bass, that's what it looks like.
Small little largemouth.
Yep.
So that's what we're going for today.
I mean, what a guy. He takes you fishing. I'm still convinced that he gave me the bait that was not even for here.
I'm gonna talk a lot of trash now because I know after this, he's gonna scare the crap out of me in his world. So let's get him a fish now. Jerry hasn't caught a fish yet. He's caught some weeds. He's tangled up his line a few times, almost caught a camera guy or two, but I really hope we get him on a fish. So Jerry, now that you've been in the kayak for a little bit now, what do you think versus your normal hectic, busy, loud life?
Well, I haven't fell out yet.
Yet.
Yet, the power of yet.
Does it feel peaceful? Is it relaxing?
Yeah, it's peaceful, it's relaxing.
Or is it stressful because you're not doing something?
No, this is a dangerous thing for me because I get to thinking about different ideas of how I could build new monster trucks.
You're like, I'm not taking this time to relax. I'm taking this time to think of what I can do when I'm done. That's how I look at fishing though. It's downtime for your brain where you can kind of decompress and reorganize and then go back to your busy life. So what do you think of the kayak now you've been out for a while? Is it comfortable?
It's not bad. I'm still looking for the motor.
You need a gas pedal.
A gas pedal, or, you know, I would even go electric.
Well, the cool part about fishing is you could be on the same lake 7 days in a row and it's a different experience every time. Same thing with racing, I'm sure, is that every time you go out, you have an idea of what's gonna happen, but you never really know until you do it.
Try anything once.
Well, let's give it a little bit more time, see if we can get a fish on the boat, and if we can't, then at least we had some fun trying. Well, you didn't get a fish today, but you know what you didn't do? You didn't have to work all day.
I didn't have to work all day, and I got through without crashing the boat.
Yeah, didn't crash the boat, you didn't flip a boat, you didn't put an engine on it yet. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a good time. It was nice to get away and chill and talk and not have a cell phone for
Yeah,
a couple hours.
a little more peaceful than normal.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do next after this?
So this was good, but tomorrow we're gonna have fun. We're gonna take you to the place where I drove a truck for the very first time 10 years ago at the Badlands Off-Road Park.
Okay.
We're gonna see if you got what it takes to drive a monster truck, maybe crush one of these old canoes. You know, we didn't catch anything here, but you're gonna catch some adrenaline tomorrow.
I can't wait. Hopefully it's a keeper. I got to share what I was passionate about on the water today. I'm really excited for Jerry to share what he's passionate about and how he got into the sport of monster trucks.
Yeah, it's not normal for us to let somebody else drive the truck, so that's probably builds up a lot of my anticipation for this, is just to get his reaction, because this is just not a normal thing for us to do.
Fishing with Jerry was a lot of fun, and I'll be honest with you, today was one of those days that really reminded me what fishing was all about. Great conversation, building friendships, and having a great time in nature right before we do something really exciting.
Yeah, the fishing thing's a lot harder. We'll see how Mike does driving trucks. I think he's gonna find that he's gonna struggle worse than I did, even though I was terrible today and didn't catch a thing. I'm really looking forward to it.
We'll be right back with more outdoor adventure.
All right, so we went fishing first. You got to see what it was like to do what I do. This looks a little bit bigger than a kayak, so I got to see what you do.
Well, you know, the kayak was fun, but we got another one down here, and you're gonna take my boat and go kayaking.
Fishing with Jerry was a lot of fun, but I'm definitely a fish out of water on these monster trucks. This is something completely different for me. So tell me about this truck and what we're gonna do here today.
Well, you're gonna get in Maximus. This is a new truck that we built. These monster trucks that we created, Dirt Crew, Dozer, Maximus, Blockhead. This is our team of trucks that travel the nation. You're gonna go down there and crush a kayak.
Sounds really easy when you say it like that, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really scared.
Oh, there's no reason to be scared. It's no worse than me in a lake paddling.
That's true, that's true. So what got you into this? How long have you been doing this now too?
It was an idea that me and my wife had 10 years ago. So my buddy at the Badlands Off-Road Park called me, and he wanted to build this outdoor giant arena for shows. The trucks came, they did an awesome show, and that's when I knew that this sport was for me. This is one of those things where if we didn't do it, we were gonna wander forever. Could we have made it into something? We started with Dirt Crew and built Quad Chaos, and then we built another one called Dozer, and we built another one called Blockhead, and then we have Maximus here.
So this is your newest truck.
Yeah, this is number 4, Maximus, our Roman Gladiator. We got our Bassquatch stickers on here.
That means you're ready to rock.
Yeah, you know, it's crash approved now.
Being around these monster trucks, I feel like a kid all over again. I can't believe I'm even next to one, let alone being able to drive one of these here. I have to ask some basic questions here, because this thing, I feel like a 5-year-old right now. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Yep.
How tall are these tires, do you know?
The tires are 66 inches, roughly 700 pounds-ish.
Jeez.
They do the job for crushing cars.
It looks like they've crushed a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
What does this truck weigh, if you had to guess?
They're right around 13,000 pounds.
13,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So when these things jump up in the air, it's 13,000 pounds jumping in the air. What made you passionate about this? Like, I know how you got into it, but what made you get the addiction?
I was that guy that went around town. If I could find a little four-wheeler for 50 bucks, I was 10 years old, I would buy it, and I'd bring it home, and I'd tinker with it, and I'd make it run. That was kind of where it all started. There's not a better feeling in the world than taking a stadium with 15, 20,000 people and putting them on their feet.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing. You can't catch a fish big enough to beat that, I'm telling you.
You know what, for the first time ever in the show, I'll probably agree with you that this is a little bit more adrenaline rush and exciting.
We're gonna
than catching
get
a
you
fish.
one. We're gonna get you a fish out of water down here on the track and see what you do.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see this thing run, and I guess the next thing to do is just see what this thing can do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared, intimidated, and excited all at the same time, but this is gonna be a lot of fun.
So we're gonna take Mike to the arena that I built 10 years ago, the first place I drove a truck, and we're gonna put him in a truck for the first time and see if he can outdo what I did 10 years ago.
As we get closer, we can see this giant pit, we can see the jumps, we can see where we're gonna be, and now the adrenaline and excitement is starting to kick in. I'm putting on this fire suit and it's getting real. And now I'm starting to shake, I'm getting a little bit nervous, but I gotta go through with this. This is gonna be a once in a lifetime opportunity and I cannot wait to drive this truck. Feel Free Kayaks, you know, they're awesome partners of our show. They make an amazing kayak, but they also have amazing warranty. So if they have a manufacturer defect, they'll send you out a free one, but they ask you to destroy the old one. I think I'm taking that a little too literally here. But I figured if a truck can run over a car and the cars get smashed, I think it can run over a kayak too, so see what it does. So jumping into this truck, of course, there's a lot of precautions, and these guys know what they're doing. They're all trained professionals. They warned me of all the risks and what could happen. I mean, from fires to flipping, there's a lot of things that could happen wrong, but I'm really hoping I can just smash some kayaks and cars and have a good day.
I mean, he could roll the truck over. He'll be fine. He's strapped in with a 6-point harness. He's got a Hans device, so he's not gonna break his neck. He's just gonna probably have hurt feelings more than anything. That big fish is gonna get away from him. I can't wait to watch him do this.
Jumping into the cockpit, and it's as foreign to me as a fighter jet would be. This is completely different. There's controls everywhere, and you can't move your body to look at them, so you have to quickly memorize where things are. A lot to learn, but like I said, these guys are so professional. They know what they're doing, and I think they're gonna educate me enough where I can have some fun. So it's all fun and games until you hear this truck start up, and then your entire body feels the rumble of that engine, and I cannot wait to drive this thing. Running over cars is not a natural thing to do, so I'm trying to line it up, make sure I'm doing it perfectly straight.
While Mike's driving, he's just got to remember he's got 2 gears, fast and faster. If that gets away from him, he can always go to reverse and start over.
Probably looks really amateur on the outside, but on the inside, this is about to be the most amazing moment of my life. There's 3 gears on this truck: reverse, first, second. And first and second are extremely fast no matter what. It's instant power, 1,700 horsepower going through your entire body, and you can feel every single bit of it when you put your foot on that gas. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit hesitant to run over a kayak because it's a weird, like, emotional thing, but it felt really, really good to hit the gas in this truck. Sitting in this truck so high up, you can't really see anything, so you're actually looking down on the ground at your tires to see where you're going. Completely different driving than what you're used to. Your instincts go out the window, and it's a whole new experience. Man, was this a great time. You know, I think this kayak's holding up a little better than his cars because it doesn't look that smashed yet, but I'm gonna have to change that with this truck. We didn't come all this way to not smash the kayak.
What'd I do?
So I had a lot of fun in this truck, giving it gas, revving it up. This thing gets warm, it gets hot. My fun is over for the day, but man, what an experience.
Holy crap, I drove a monster truck.
I'm climbing out of the truck, my body's shaking. I was getting ready to scream at the top of my lungs. I cannot believe I just drove a monster truck. Woo! That was absolutely amazing. I cannot believe I just drove a monster truck and crushed my old kayak and some cars. Holy crap. That was probably the most exciting thing. This is better than catching the biggest fish in the world. This is better than fishing in the ocean. There's no fishing experience that can compare to driving that truck. Oh my God, I wanna do it again. I wanna do it again. That was the coolest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Huge thank you to Jerry and all the guys at the DCT crew for building these amazing trucks, making sure I was safe and trained in this thing, and also for providing one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. So huge thank you to those guys. Jerry, that was absolutely incredible. I'm speechless. I've never done anything this incredible in my entire life.
I've never been fishing in a long time either.
So, well, thank you so much. I'm shaking still, guys. Like, this is like, oh my gosh. When you hit that gas pedal, it's like an IV going through your veins.
It's
like,
real.
I totally get the addiction. Totally. You have 4 of these. When's your 5th one coming?
Right.
Like,
Someday.
jeez. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Going out fishing with you was a blast. I can't top this. I can't top it.
In all my years of doing this, it's taken me places that I would have never dreamed possible, being humbled by showing the world what we do. I can't thank the guys enough for coming here to do this, and my team. I couldn't ask for a better experience.
If you want to get some cool merch just like this, you can't have this one's mine. But go online, get your own Maximus shirt. The back is awesome, the front is awesome, and the experience is absolutely incredible, so get your merch too.
Holy crap, I drove a monster truck.
On the next episode of the Bassquatch Hunter, fish out of water.
I got me a turtle. This dude caught the first turtle that's ever been caught in my entire show history. About 35 pounds a piece, about 400 a day. And you're lifting these the whole time.
12,000 pounds.
As soon as we announced the free barbecue, a huge line formed. Everyone's pretty excited and they hope they win the raffle.
Don't miss the Bassquatch Hunter, fish out of water, on the Discovery Channel, the Pursuit Channel, and online everywhere. BassquatchHunter.com.